and you're welcome back to my channel Raj Tech and Tricks. Today our subject of study is chemistry, and in chemistry we will study chapter chemical reactions. Basically there are many things in chemical reactions to study, but in this video the topic of this video is types of chemical reactions. So we should move to the topic without wasting our time. So guys, this is the chapter we will study today, and the topic from this chapter we will study in this video is types of chemical reactions. Types of chemical reactions. I think before moving to this topic, we may first get knowledge about chemical reactions. So what is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction can be defined as any chemical change in matter which involves transformation into one or more substances with entirely different properties is called chemical reactions. The definition says that when we make react two substances, the output of that reaction or the compound formed from that reaction will be entirely different with properties from the two elements or the compounds we react together. See, like this is a substance and this is a substance. Take this one as element and this one also as element. The output of any reaction will always become a compound. When we react these two by heating or by any other processes, the reaction will always be a compound. Always be a compound. This one we have taken firstly this one element and this one also element. Now take this one as element and this one as compound. The reaction can also be with one side of element and other side with compound. The reaction with these two will always be a compound. At any cost, the reaction between two substances, if one substance is element or other substance is compound, if one substance is element and other also is element, and if two both are compound, then also will be the output will be the compound. This is clear now. I think that we have got knowledge about all the things in chemical reaction. Now we have to move to types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reactions. There are four types of chemical reactions and I will tell you in sequence about all the chemical reactions. First type of chemical reaction is combination reaction. Combination reaction. And the second type of chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. And the third type of chemical reaction is displacement reaction. And lastly, the fourth type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. This is it. And I will explain you about all the reactions in sequence. Firstly, we move on to combination reaction. Guys, in the sequence of four, first comes the combination reaction. And combination reaction can be defined as a reaction in which two or more substance combines to form a single substance. Let's suppose we take a substance A and we react it with a substance B. Then substance C will be formed. We will react two single substance and that will form a single output या फिर single product. A combination reaction has also some properties. Let's study that. The first property of combination reaction says that when two elements combine to form a compound, that reaction will be known as synthesis. When this is an element and this is an element, these two combines to form a compound, then that reaction will be known as synthesis. Now we'll write that in words. When two substance, two elements combine to form a single compound, then that reaction will be known as combination, no, synthesis. Synthesis. Now let's take an example of synthesis. First we will take an element. Let's take an element hydrogen. And then we will take an element oxygen. Then we will combine these two. H2O will be formed. Guys, this is not an balanced chemical equation, so we will balance this, and now this reaction is balanced. So here is element and here is an element, and the reaction of these two is a compound, and this reaction is known as synthesis. Now let's move on to second property of combination reaction. Second property of combination reaction says that when we will react an element and a compound, the product of the reaction will be a compound, a single compound or a single product. Let's take substance A and substance B. The reaction of these two will be a single product. We will take this one as an element and this one as an compound. The reaction will be a compound, single compound. So let's assume a example for this reaction. We will take here oxygen, O2, and carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide will be formed. This is not a balanced chemical equation. Now we will balance it. This one is 3. Now this is balanced. This is oxygen, this is carbon monoxide, and this is carbon dioxide. This is second property of combination reaction. Now we move on to third property of combination reaction. And the third property of combination reaction says that when we will combine two compounds or more than two compounds, the output will be a single compound. Let's assume this one as A, this one as B, and the output C. This will be compound and this one also be compound. The output will be a single compound. Let's take an example for this. We will take here NH3 and HCl. The output will be NH4Cl. NH4Cl. This is the example for combination reaction, and this is a balanced chemical equation also. Now the combination reaction topic is over. Now we move on to second type of chemical reaction, and the second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. First, the definition of decomposition reaction. A reaction in which a compound breaks on heating into two or more simpler substances is known as decomposition reaction, which means when a compound is break using any type of energy into two or more simpler substances. The two or more simpler substances may be element or compound or element compound, etc. So the decomposition reaction means that breakdown of a compound into simpler forms. This is a compound and this breaks on applying energy into two forms or more than two. This is known as decomposition reaction. Let's move to its properties. First property of decomposition reaction. First property of decomposition reaction says that when a compound is break, then it forms two or more elements. When a compound is break into two simpler forms by giving heat or any energy, any type of energy, it will break into two elements. This is the first property of decomposition reaction. Let's take one example. Water. In water, when electric current is passed, then it breaks down into hydrogen and oxygen. This is not a balanced chemical equation. We have to balance it, and now it is balanced. So when water is passed through electric current or electrolysis, the process electrolysis, it breaks into two simpler elements, one hydrogen and another oxygen. Now we move on to second property of decomposition reaction. The second property of decomposition reaction says that a compound can break up to form both elements and compounds. It means that when a compound is break using heat or any type of energy, it breaks into two simpler forms, one element and another compound. One will be element and another will be compound. When compound is break using energy, it transforms into two simpler forms, one element and one compound. This is property number 2 of decomposition reaction. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Let's take here potassium nitrate. This is not unbalanced chemical equation. We take here potassium nitrate, and here potassium nitrate with oxygen is formed. When we the energy applied for reaction is heat. We will give heat to potassium nitrate, then it will break into potassium nitrite and oxygen. This is not a balanced chemical equation. Now we have to balance it, and we will put 2 here and it will be balanced. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Here will be compound, this is compound, and this is also compound, this is an element. This is the example of property number 2. Let's move on to property number 3. And the third property of decomposition reaction says that a compound can be broken into two or more simpler compounds with different properties. Like this, AB is a compound, and when we will provide any type of energy to it, then it will break into two or more simpler compounds. This is a compound. When we provide it energy, any type of energy, then it will break into two more simpler compounds. The products will be a compound only. Doesn't vary that two or more than 3. All the products will be a compound only. Let's take an example of property number 3. We take here example calcium carbonate, which is a compound, and when we provide calcium carbonate heat of 100 degrees Celsius, then it breaks into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide with carbon dioxide. This is a balanced chemical equation. Here this is a compound, and when we provide heat of 100 degrees Celsius, it breaks into two more compounds. Note that the properties of these compounds will not be similar with the properties of this compound. It will be totally different. So the third property of decomposition reaction is over. Now we move on to third type of chemical reaction, which is displacement reaction. Third type of chemical reaction. Displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is a reaction in which a more reactive element displaces lesser reactive element from its compound. Like see here, AB is a compound with C. When we provide them heat, then the more reactive element, C is more reactive element in reactivity table than A. so it displaces A from its place. C comes in the place of A and A comes to the place of C. This is known as displacement reaction. Now we move on to the properties of displacement reaction. Now the first property of displacement reaction says a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. Like see, this is a compound and this is a more reactive metal, and this is also a salt solution. AB is also a salt solution, and C is a metal. In first property, A and C are metals. C is more reactive metal than A in reactivity table, so it displaces A from its salt solution. It displaces A from its salt solution. Now let's take one example of this. We take zinc in metal and copper sulfate. When we will react these, zinc sulfate is formed with copper. The color of copper sulfate is blue color. See here, this is a metal, zinc is a metal and copper is a metal. Zinc is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from its place and zinc sulfate is formed, and Cu, it means copper, is left alone. So we move on to second property of displacement reaction. The second property of displacement reaction says a metal more reactive than hydrogen displaces hydrogen gas from acid. Second property, this is acid of hydrogen, it means HCl, and this is a metal. This is more reactive metal than hydrogen, so it displaces hydrogen from acid. In this reaction, hydrogen is released in air. Hydrogen gas is released in air. So let's take an example for this. Here we take zinc and HCl, that means hydrogen chloride, hydrochloric acid. Zinc is more reactive metal than hydrogen, so it displaces hydrogen. H2 gas is released after this reaction. This is not a balanced chemical equation, so we will balance it. Zinc, when reacts with hydrogen chloride, two molecules of hydrogen chloride, zinc displaces hydrogen and hydrogen gas is released in air. So now we move on to the third properties of displacement reaction. And the third property of displacement reaction says a more reactive nonmetal displaces a less reactive nonmetal from its aqueous solution. AB is an aqueous solution and C is a nonmetal. C is more reactive nonmetal than A, so it displaces A. more reactive nonmetal displaces lesser reactive nonmetal, and here the bond between C and B is formed. Let's take an example for this. We take here potassium bromide with chlorine, and when we react them, then calcium chloride and bromine gas is released. Now this is a balanced chemical equation. So this is a more reactive nonmetal than potassium. So it displaces potassium. No, sorry. Calcium is more reactive than bromine. So it displaces bromine from its aqueous solution. And here potassium chloride is formed and bromine is left out. So the properties of displacement reaction is over. Now we move on to fourth type of reaction. And the fourth type of reaction is double displacement reaction. Fourth type of reaction is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. The definition for double displacement reaction is a chemical reaction in which two compounds in their aqueous state exchange their ions or radicals to form a new compound with different properties. Like see here, this is a compound and this is another compound. Here exchange of metals or non-metals or the elements will take place. Exchange will take place here. C will come on to the place of A and A will go to the place of C. Here the exchange of ions or radicals take place and the compound formed to the other product side is totally different from the compound of this side. So now let's take an example for double displacement reaction. We take here now when we will react these two, the compounds formed are FeCl and ZnSO4. Here the change in elements take place. Here the more reactive element displaces lesser reactive and the compound forms are different. The compounds formed here are different in properties than this one. In double displacement reaction there are no properties. It has two types. We will discuss the types of double displacement reaction now. Double displacement reaction has two types. The two types of double displacement reaction are: number one, precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction. And second one is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. Precipitation reaction, neutralization reaction. We will first study about precipitation reaction. First about precipitation reaction. And the definition of precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction can be defined as a reaction in which two compounds react in their aqueous state to form an insoluble substance known as precipitate. We can name precipitation as precipitate. Actually, precipitation word is derived from precipitate, and precipitate means an insoluble substance. Definition means this is a compound which is in aqueous state. This both compound is in aqueous state. They will react, and the product side, in the product side, one of the compound will be in aqueous state, sorry, precipitate state, and the sign for precipitate state is this. This is the sign for precipitate state, this one. Now we move on to the examples of precipitation reaction. An example for precipitation reaction, we take barium chloride which is in aqueous state and sodium sulfate. When we will react both, then barium sulfate plus common salt will be formed, and this is the balanced chemical equation. We will put sign of insoluble substance here known as precipitate. This is now the balanced chemical equation, and this sodium sulfate is also in an aqueous state. When these two compounds is in an aqueous state react, then one of the compound in the product side is in precipitate form or insoluble substance form. The insoluble substance after reaction this settles down at the base. Now we move on to neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction can be defined as a chemical reaction in which a base or an alkali reacts with an acid to produce a salt and water. To produce salt and water only. When these two compounds will react, then AD will be formed. In this reaction, when one base and one alkali will react together, then here in product side one will be water and another will be salt. One output product will be water and another will be salt. This one will be salt and this one will be water. Now let's take an example for this neutralization reaction. We can think neutralization reaction as nor acidic nor base. It's the middle term. We will take here sodium hydroxide, which is in aqueous state, and then hydrochloric acid. When these in aqueous state, and when these two will react together, NaCl, common salt, will be formed in aqueous state with common salt with water, H2O. Now this is a balanced chemical equation. Sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. This is acid and this is base. When acid and base reacts together, salt and water this is a salt and this is water. Salt and water is formed. This is known as neutralization reaction. Now we will learn this reaction in diagrammatic way. Now we will learn this in diagrammatic way. In the diagrammatic way, we will take a flask, a conical flask, Here we will fill sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide in aqueous state. This is in aqueous state, and when we will add phenolphthalein to it, the color will change into pink. The color of this water will be in pink color. Water, this precipitate, no, this aqueous solution will be in pink color. Now this is the same flask and it has phenolphthalein and sodium hydroxide, and the aqua in this solution, the solution color is pink. Now we will add here NaCl drop by drop. We will drop NaCl we will drop dilute hydrochloric acid drop by drop in this pink color solution. When we will drop it, slowly the color will change into colorless. The color of this aqueous solution will change in colorless, and when it will change into colorless, then more we will add hydrochloric acid. The solution will change into acidic solution. First here it was basic solution, and when we will add hydrochloric acid, it neutralizes, nor acidic nor basic. And when we will add more hydrochloric acid after it gets colorless, then it will change into acidic solution. So we will leave as adding HCl when the color of this flask, color of this aqueous solution will change into colorless. when the color of this soluble or aqueous solution will change into colorless, then we will stop adding hydrochloric acid, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Now our today's topic is over. So that is it for today, guys. Hope you are able to understand what I taught. Please like this video and comment if you have any doubt regarding this chapter. And please share this video with your relatives or friends. And please subscribe and support my channel so that I can help you in more better way. Till the time of next video, goodbye. Jai Hind.
ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का से ठोक दीजिए 5,000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4,000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ।